The audiobook, The Art of Letting Go, Free Your Mind and Heal Emotionally, offers a comprehensive guide to releasing mental and emotional burdens that weigh us down, enabling us to live more freely and peacefully. It emphasizes that true peace is not found in holding on, but in the courageous act of letting go of what no longer serves us. The journey begins by addressing the pervasive issue of overthinking. This is not just thinking a lot, but a destructive cycle of analyzing, replaying, predicting, and outing that steals peace and paralyzes action. We often overthink due to a false sense of control, believing it prevents mistakes, but in reality, it traps us in fear and doubt. Our brains, wired for survival, amplify threats, leading to negativity bias. Letting go of overthinking means choosing peace over chaos, loosening our grip on what we cannot control, and redirecting focus to our responses. Practical tools include practicing awareness of spiraling thoughts and a thought dump, a daily journaling exercise to clear mental space. Next, the book tackles the silent saboteur, negative self-talk, and the inner critic. We engage in more conversations with ourselves than anyone else, and often sniffing the voice is critical, judgmental, and self-sabotaging. This negative self-talk shapes our reality, creating beliefs that we are not enough. The antidote is positive self-talk, framed not as cheesy affirmations, but as brain training to rewire patterns. Shifting from judgment to curiosity, e.g., what can I learn? Instead of why did I say that? And naming the critic, e.g., oh, doubtful Dan is talking again, can disarm its power. Letting go of perfectionism, recognizing that progress, not flawlessness, is the goal, is crucial here. Emotional baggage is another heavy load. These are unresolved feelings from the past, grief, guilt, shame, anger, that we unconsciously carry into the present, affecting our self-perception and relationships. We hold on due to fear of forgetting, of vulnerability, or because the pain has become part of our identity. However, emotions are messengers. Once their lesson is learned, they can be released. The cost of holding on manifests as overreactions, tension, and anxiety. An emotional inventory encourages facing these pains directly to declutter the emotional backpack, understanding that release does not always mean reconciliation with the person, but peace with the memory. Guilt and shame are specifically highlighted as immense weights. Guilt is about actions. I did something bad. Our shame is about identity. I am bad. Shame, in particular, traps us, making us feel unworthy. To release them, we must acknowledge the feeling without judgment, question if it is truly ours to carry, make amends if appropriate, and, most importantly, forgive ourselves. This self-forgiveness is not letting ourselves off the hook, but freeing ourselves from a self-imposed prison. The audiobook also addresses the difficulty of letting go of people. We often cling to relationships out of familiarity or nostalgia, even when they are no longer healthy. Recognizing when we have outgrown a connection and understanding that growth sometimes means separation is vital. Signs include feeling drained, walking on eggshells, or constant one-sided effort. A goodbye letter, never sent, can provide closure. It is crucial to distinguish between being alone and being lonely, as sometimes the loneliest place is in the wrong company. Fear of change is explored as a natural human resistance, rooted in our brain's wiring for survival. However, today's fears are often emotional, not physical. Embracing the unknown means redefining change as an opportunity, shifting from fear to curiosity, starting with small steps and trusting the unfolding process. Courage is not the absence of fear, but taking action despite it. Living in the present moment is presented as the key to true peace, freedom, and joy. We often avoid the present by dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Mindfulness practices, like focusing on breath, observing surroundings with all senses, and practicing gratitude, can anchor us to the now, allowing us to let go of the need for control over unpredictable future outcomes. Perfectionism, like overthinking, is a prison driven by the fear of not being loved or valued unless flawless. Embracing imperfection means accepting flaws as unique, stopping comparison, giving ourselves permission to fail, seeing mistakes as growth opportunities, and celebrating small wins. Success is not about being perfect, but about being authentic and showing up. Forgiveness is presented as a powerful act for personal peace, not necessarily for the sake of the other person. Holding on to grudges only harms oneself. It is about releasing the power the past holds over us, choosing peace, and moving forward with compassion. Finally, the book emphasizes letting go of control, a powerful illusion that causes stress and anxiety. Life is unpredictable, and fighting against its flow only creates resistance. Surrendering to the present, trusting the universe, and letting go of rigid expectations allows for greater peace and openness to new possibilities. This means accepting uncertainty, focusing on what we can control, our reactions and mindset, and trusting the process. The concluding thoughts reiterate that letting go is not about giving up, but choosing peace, presence, and growth. It is a profound act of self-love, shedding layers that do not belong to us and stepping into our authentic selves. The journey of healing is continuous, requiring self-forgiveness, courage, and the unwavering belief that we deserve to live unburdened and free.